Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here and
Suffolk Amy!
today we're at St Mary's at
Washbrook!
Yes, Washbrook. It's an old disused church. It's still open but not used for services and stuff like that, and we thought we'd come out here because we thought it would be quiet, and it hasn't been, has it?
No, far from it.
Far from it. We're in the middle of nowhere and it is quite busy. I was told by some local residents that over there in the graveyard somewhere is a plague pit where they put all the Middle Ages, put all the people who had plague when they buried them in pits.
Nice.
Over there. Very nice. Amy has tried to get to the top of the bell tower.
Yes, I did film it for your amusement.
Yeah. So we put the bell in because she got as far as the bell.
Hello spooky fam. I am on my own here up in the tower because Daniel had to leave. It's a bit of an enclosed way up, but here is the big old bell up here. There is a big stairway, but it just goes up to a tiny little hatch. I think you can get right the way up there, so you're like technically on the roof, but this already feels quite unstable, so I think I'm just gonna pop on back down there. But yeah, quite cool. Big old bell in this little enclosed space. So I'm gonna head on back down. See you there. I chickened.
She chickened.
I didn't want to go to the roof.
Didn't want to go to the roof. So we've done that, and we've had a walk around inside. It's very nice. So let's get on with the investigation. Right, we're now going to start the investigation. I always explain very quickly what these are. These are dowsing rods, and they spin on their own. They're copper cable on a slip, and they spin on their own. So, are you ready, Amos?
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we can pick up. Right, let's get these straight. Right, if there's any spirits in this graveyard who are around us now and would like to talk to us, will you please cross these rods, please? Will you please cross these rods? If there's any spirits here, will you please cross these rods? A little bit more, please. A little bit more, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you put them forward, please? Can you put them forward, please? Can you please put them both forward, please, so we can ask you some more questions. We come here with love and light and no animosity. Thank you very much. Thank you. If you're willing to talk to us, can I ask you a question? Are you a man? Are you a man? If you're a man, will you cross these rods, please? If you're a man, you cross these rods. If you're a man, cross these rods. If you're a woman, will you please cross these rods? If you're a lady or a woman, will you please cross these rods? You cross these rods if you're a woman. Can you please cross these? If you're a woman, will you please cross these rods, please? Please cross these rods.
Could there be more than one?
Is there more than one spirit here? If there's more than one spirit, will you please cross these rods, please? If there's more than one, will you please cross these rods? If there's more than one, please cross these rods. Right, what I'm going to do, strange. There you go, Amy. See if we can pick anything from you.
Okay, so to the spirit who was talking to Andy, could you please cross these rods if you want to talk to me? If you're willing to talk to me, cross them over one another.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you make them face forward again, please? Push them both round to the front. Yep. You're getting there.
A little bit more, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Nice, thank you.
See if it's a man or a woman.
Okay, so could you answer the question, can you cross these rods if you're a man, please? If you are a male. You a man? It's going, oh, it's going that way. Really big cross if you're a man. Really big one.
Is it a boy child? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Male.
Can you put them straight, please, so we can ask you some more questions? Can you put them straight? Can you put them straight, please? You asked them, Amy.
Yeah, oh, no, it's
Oh,
going.
here we go.
It's going.
Ask them if they're a boy child.
A boy child?
Yeah.
Like a child spirit?
Yeah.
So you were hesitant to say that you're male. Is that because you are young? Are you a younger, possibly child? Are you young? Yeah,
Can you cross the other one, please? Can you cross the other one, please? So that confirms it.
Really big one.
Really big one, please. I know you've crossed one. Can you cross the other one?
Just give it a push. Push it round.
Can you put them?
It's literally wavering as if it's
Yeah.
being...
Can you put it straight, please? Can you put it straight? Ask them to put it straight.
Can you put the other rod straight, please? They're both straight forward. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Ask them if they're buried here.
So, if we're talking to you now, does that mean that you're here? Are you buried within this churchyard? Are you around here? Can you cross these rods if you are buried here? It's very hesitant. Maybe not properly buried, I'm thinking.
Ask them to put it straight and ask them if they're in the.
Oh, they're doing it.
Yeah, thank you. Are you buried in the plague pit? Are you buried in the plague pit? If you are, will you please cross these rods?
What?
Oh, spirit. No. So if you're not buried in the pit, are you buried within this graveyard? If you are, will you please cross these rods, please? Can you cross these?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you put them straight so we can ask some more questions? Thank you very much. It's very appreciated. If you are a child, we are taking it that you are a male child, a boy child. Can you cross them if you're a boy child, please? We'd appreciate that. Can you cross them? Can you cross them if you're a boy child? Yeah. 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 Can you make them go straight, please? Can you make them go straight? Ask them if they've got a headstone.
If you are buried around here, do you have your own headstone? Do you mind answering that? Do you have a headstone for you? If you cross them, if you do. You do, right, okay. Interesting. You're already uncrossing them.
Mm.
Do you share it with anyone else? If it's a shared headstone, could you cross these rods? Okay, that narrows it down a lot then.
Yeah.
Right.
There's more than one person buried with him.
Yep.
Ask them if that's a family plot.
Yeah, are you buried with your family? Is that who you're with? Your family members?
Other brothers and sisters?
This is family.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Could you put these forward? Thank you. I don't know if you'll be able to tell this, but do you think that we could read it? Does the front of your gravestone look like it could be read? Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to be one of the really, really old ones. Something a bit more.
Yeah, as long as it's not overgrown. It's very overgrown here.
It
The
is,
graveyard's been left to go back to nature, so most of them are really overgrown. But if we can get this spirit this little boy's spirit to tell us where it is, we'll try and do our best to find it.
Yeah.
So just ask him before we ask him about where it is. Ask him if he can see us.
Okay, so you may have heard the question already, but can you see us right now? Are you able to see where we are?
Yeah.
That was a big jump on that one.
Yeah.
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 Okay, right, because we can't see you. I don't know if you're aware of that. We can't see where you are, so could we try, can you bring the rods around to where you are standing right now? Where are you pulling the rods from? It's going to be that side, isn't it? Because it's pushing it this way all the time.
Yeah.
That's a trend with these.
Yeah.
Wherever they're standing, they push the opposite way.
Yeah.
They have a
He's standing
preference.
here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, that's really
so
lovely.
annoying you can't see him.
I know, I feel like I just want to look at you, but I don't know where you are. Okay, right, so we have your general, yeah, we're looking at you now. That's so weird, isn't it?
Mm.
It's really quite strange. Right, so if you're standing there, are you buried in that location? Is that roughly where you are? Can you cross them, like be across if that is where you're at? Where your headstone is? Yeah, it's crossing more. So somewhere up.
Yeah,
in
that
that
seems to
general,
point to it.
that one looks readable at the back there.
Yeah.
So, okay, another little experiment. You move the rods to where you were standing. Could you please move them and point them both to where your headstone is so we can go and check it out? Would that be okay? Because then we can find out who you are. Would that be okay if you move them both to where your headstone is?
You don't say they're vibrating.
They are vibrating.
Can you show us where your headstone is by moving the rods? It's a bit of wind there.
Windy.
Move the rods in the direction of your gravestone, please. Can you do that for us? So we can find your name. If we can, we will do that. So can you direct them in the direction of your gravestone, please?
Got a very weird feeling in the back of my head.
Yeah?
It's like almost like pulsing.
Mm.
Back of my head.
You've got a bit of an aura here.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm wondering if that means we are facing them, because they're not moving. There is a whole clump of gravestones there.
The gravestone we're looking for, is that in front of us in this group of gravestones by the tree? If it is, will you cross the rods, please? Yep. So it's going to be one of this lot here.
Right. That's interesting.
If you give me a second, I'll go over and see if I can see any names, but they look pretty. Yeah. Let me have a look.
We just moved over to the cluster of graves that we were talking about earlier, and the only one that we can read clearly has a Thomas on it. I believe it's Thomas Sharman, so we'll see if it's Thomas. So the spirit who we were talking to earlier, you're still it's pointing directly to it. Can you see that from here? It's pointing to that one.
He is.
Yep.
I wish I could get down a little bit further, but it's well in the ground.
It has sunk down quite a bit.
Yeah.
So could you cross these rods over one another if your name is Thomas? Are you Thomas? Oh? Yep. Could you uncross them just to confirm if your name is Thomas? Can you make these rods open up? Point them both forward if you are Thomas. Thomas Sharman. Looks like it. Looks like it is.
Okay.
We need to try and read it a bit more.
Huh? I wish I could get to the bottom part of it.
I know. Right, okay, so talking to Thomas right now. Thomas Sharman, you said you were a young boy. Are you still here? Can you do a cross on these rods to let us know that you're still here?
If you won't cross the rods, will you stop the crystal, please?
It's a new toy, isn't it? It's something that's fun.
Yeah, this is
new
a bit
thing.
more fun, Thomas, so let's have some games with the crystal. Can you spin the crystal again, please? Can you please spin the crystal again, please? Show me how you... Oh, thank you. Would you say it started up on its own there, doesn't it?
Yep. That's fun.
Thank you very much. Thank you for spinning the crystal. I really appreciate that. Did we... The grave we looked at, that we can't read the bottom half, is that definitely your grave?
He's just
Thomas.
crossed and now it's pointing to it.
Oh, right. Yeah, thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. That's good of you, mate. Okay. My name's Andrew, and this young lady is Amy. Can you put these forward, please? Can you point the rods at me, please? Andrew, can you point them at me, please? Can you make them point at me? So we know that you're here. Will you point them at me, please? Really, yes, trying.
This one's being really tugged, this one,
Yeah,
in my right
yeah,
hand.
it's trying to. Look, oh, here comes the other one. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Can you, there's another person with, his name is Daniel, and he's on a camera. You won't know what that is, but that's the man standing over there. Can you point the rods at him, please? At Daniel, standing over there near the church. Can you point the rods to him, please? Can you point them?
That one's gone.
That one's gone. Can you make the other one point to him, please? Can you make the other one? I know you've got one pointing to him. Yes.
It's being tugged so
It's being
much.
tugged. Oh, you're doing the. We really appreciate what you're doing. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's good of you. Right, Thomas. Are you here all the time? Are you in this graveyard all the time? Since you passed over as a child, have you been here since then? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you put them forward, please? Can you put them forward, please? Thank you. It's really good of you. Do you like being here? If you like being here, will you cross these rods? If you like being here, will you cross the rods, please? If you like being here, cross the rods. If you do not like being here, will you cross the rods, please? If you do not like. Okay.
Right, I wonder, because there's the little boys that come here, if they come here regularly, if he like tries to play with them and can't.
Ask them.
I don't know.
Ask them.
Thomas, there are boys who are close to here. They were here today. They come here quite a lot, I think. Do you try and talk to them? Across these rods, if you try and talk to the boys? Literally feel like my elbow just got shoved.
So you must see the boys.
Yeah. Okay, can you do a big cross if you try and... Do you try and play with them? Do you try and join in? There's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I suppose they don't know he's here, do they?
No, that's the thing.
No.
Okay, so could you point at Andrew if you can't play with them, if you try but they can't see you or they don't know you're there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
That's sad. That's really sad.
you know what question you got to ask him, don't you?
Hmm?
You know what question you got to ask him? Does he want to go over? This is getting regular now. I think we're.
Yeah, I know. Getting a bit of a reputation in the paranormal world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he said he doesn't like being here.
Right. So Thomas, if you had a choice to not be here, would you want to leave here? Would you want to not be here anymore? If you cross these rods, if you don't want to stay here in this graveyard. Really big cross if you don't want to be here. Kind of hesitant again.
Thomas, are you able to stay here and cross over to the spirit world at will? If you can, will you cross these rods, please? If you can.
Are you able to sometimes see your family? Can you go sometimes and talk to them when you want to?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
not trapped then.
Right, okay.
Ask him to pull it forward and ask him if he's trapped here.
Oh, it's already putting that forward. So are you stuck? Are you trapped here? Would you want to be with your family all the time? So so hesitant to actually answer that. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Can you put them forward, please? Thank you. I want you to cross these if you are definitely trapped here. If you cannot go over to the other side, can you cross these if you are trapped? Don't think he is.
No.
No.
Not getting a strong feeling about that.
No. So, can you cross these rods if you are very happy to stay in the position you are now here? Can you cross these rods if you're quite happy to stay here? Quite happy to stay here. Okay, son, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of contamination with children playing, but
maybe that's why he wants to stay.
yeah,
Could be.
I don't think he needs crossing over, which is a change. Can we just ask you, did you die over 100 years ago? 100 Earth years? Did you die over 100 Earth years? If you did, will you cross these rods, please? Will you cross these rods? Yeah. That grave looks over 100 years.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Victorian looking kind of
Right.
design.
Can I ask you again, where you're laid to rest, you said you're not the only one. Is there more than 2 people in your grave? Is there more than 2 people in your grave? If there is, will you cross the rods, please? Say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Can you put them forward, please? Is there 3 people buried in your grave? 3 of you buried together? Is there 3? If there is, will you cross these rods?
Maybe maths isn't a strong point. Me neither, honestly.
Okay, thank you very much. All I can say is thank you very much for talking to us. It was a pleasure. We wish you all the best in the future, whatever dimension you're in. I don't know if Amy wants to say anything to him. I think he likes Amy, and he's pointing straight to that grave.
Yeah.
No, straight to it. Thomas, thank you very much, my boy.
Yeah.
Best
Thank
of luck.
you for talking to us, and I guess I hope you get to play with someone. I might actually leave you a present. I have something with me I could leave for you. Do you want me to leave something?
Ah.
That's a big Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
fine.
We'd leave you something, Thomas.
Okay. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wow.
Oh,
First kid.
I know. That makes me feel really sad though.
Yeah. He's happy though.
Yeah. As long as he's happy, I feel okay with that.
Yeah. Because I thought we were going to get another one where we got.
Yeah, I was like, surely
this time
not.
a child. And I thought, how the hell are we going
Yeah.
to get round that? You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd been a bit awkward. So, anyway, let's just have a quick break and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, that just about does it for today. We've had quite a few interruptions. Young children from the only house in the area, and they were very curious and were trying to get in here and get there and watching us and everything
Hi,
else.
if you're watching, by the way, if you found us, hello.
We didn't do anything inside the church. Again, I just don't think it's right, really. When the time is right, we will do one inside a church.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I don't think so. We had enough out here anyway. We were drawn to that side of the church, and it turned out to be it was right. And Amy was talking to a little boy called Thomas.
Yeah. That was quite interesting. Don't normally get children
No.
or sort of younger spirits. They tend to be older, actually, I think, generally. But yeah, it's kind of sad because they are a younger person, but also if they're happy here, then they're happy here.
That's true. We did ask him, as you've seen in the film, if he was happy here, and it all seemed like he was. I didn't know if we were going to have to do another sending over, but no, he's happy here. And Amy left him
a little stone that I had carrying around in my bag for a while, so
yeah,
thought I'd leave it here.
We'll have to get some tyres now and
Yeah, truck or something.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, very interesting. Always wanted to come here. Always saying that a little bit creepy here. But today it was fine, wasn't it? Absolutely
Apart
fine.
from our little travel up into the bell tower.
Yeah,
That
you'll
was
see that.
interesting.
Did you film it on the way up there? Okay.
On the way down for insurance purposes, so you'd have to pay for my injuries. In fact, I'm going to film my descent so that if anything should happen to me, Suffolk Andy is responsible for all injury.
So, what do you think of the final thoughts then, Amos?
I think, yeah, we were definitely going to find something here. I wasn't sure what it would be. I think a child was the last thing I was expecting, but yeah, positive interaction. It's a beautiful place anyway. I just hope they can keep it going. So.
If you ever come this way to St Mary's at Washbrook, I will say it's very hard to park. It is it's a nightmare to get anywhere to park your car. But you know, it is worth a visit. They've now opened it up now, so you can go inside, which is well worth a visit as well.
Yeah.
And if you're brave enough, you can go up the bell tower. So, with that, I would say, from me, Suffolk Andy and Suffolk Amy, goodbye and
stay spooky.
stay spooky. Is there anybody else here?
Mary, was that you?
If there's anybody here from the spirit world who'd like to talk to us, we come with love and peace.
A lot of people who are alive at the moment constantly ask the question of, is there life after death? Do you know the answer to that?